Good morning. This tutorial will show you how to install Pbmis. To install Pbmis, you need to install some prerequisites. And the first prerequisite that you need to install is SQL Server. The SQL Server will be provided to you by the regional managers or PPME headquarters representative for Pbmis. Now, when you get your SQL Server, you would open the folder where the setup files are and click on Setup. And then you wait for the installation menu to open. When the installation menu opens, on your left-hand side, click on Installation. Then, with the options that comes, click on the first option, which is New SQL Server Standalone Installation or Add Features to an Existing Installation. For the purpose of this training, we'll use the evaluation version, which gives us 30 days. But during your live installation, click on Enter the product key and key in the product key that will be supplied to you by your regional managers or PPMED headquarters. Please take note. When you are doing the installation, select Enter the product key and type in your product key. But because I don't have a product key, I would use the evaluation edition. When you have typed in your product key and everything, you will go ahead and click Next. Accept the license terms and privacy statement and click Next. The system checks to make sure that everything is intact with your machine. Now everything is intact, so I go ahead and click Next. Now the system will check for SQL Server Product Update. You can decide to skip this side or you wait for it to check the update. I would skip this scan and go to the next. When the scan is done, it will move you to the next stage. In the next stage of the installation, the system checks for all installation rules and makes sure that everything is intact. If peradventure your machine needs a restart, the system will tell you and you will have to restart your machine before you continue the installation. Everything is intact with my machine, so I will go ahead and click Next. In the feature installation page, the only feature I need is the database engine service. I will select the database engine service and click on Next. Then in the instance configuration, I will select named instance and call my SQL name instance SQL 2017. Please note, you need to specify the named instance as SQL 2017. SQL 2017. Don't do anything apart from specifying the named instance as SQL 2017. After specifying the named instance, I will click on Next. The server configuration page, make sure that SQL Server Database Engine startup type is automatic and SQL Server Browser startup type is automatic, and click on Next. At the Database Engine configuration page, change the authentication mode to mixed mode. Then type this password. Type this password, SAT123, capital F, capital I, capital J. You can open your notepad and type the password there to make sure that everything is correct. Then you will copy the password and paste it. At the specify SQL administrator, click on Add Current User. And then click on Next. Then the system will now go to ready to install, tell you all the things that you need to install and what has already been installed. If something has not been installed, it will tell you. If it has been installed, you also know. But just go ahead and click on install so that it will start the installation of the SQL server. Now, when the SQL Server installation is completed, you will click on Close. So SQL Server has been successfully installed on your machine. The next thing to install will be the SQL Server Management Studio. That will also be provided by your regional managers or the rep for Pbmis for the budget process. I'll click on my setup to install it. So I've clicked on the setup, wait for the setup page to start. When the setup page starts, click on install. The installation will start loading packages, so we will need to wait. Now the installation has started, so we'll wait for the installation to finish. When the installation is done, The system asks you to restart your computer if necessary. You will not restart the computer now. We'll go ahead and close the installation. Next, we will install our Pbmis. So I'll open my Pbmis folder, hit on Setup. The Setup menu for Pbmis opens. I'll click on Next. I'll select that it should install for everyone. Click on Next, Next, and wait for Pbmis to install. Voila, our Pbmis has finally been installed. The next step is for me to create a new database so that I can keep my budget offline. To do that, I would double click the Pbmis icon. Then I will type my BMC username or password. For the purposes of this training, I am using the BMC username for PPME headquarters. The password and the username are the same. Then for the platform, I will click on online mode and login. I'll wait for the Pbmis to open in online mode fully. There might be some delays depending on how fast your internet is. So let's be patient while Pbmis opens. When Pbmis opens, go to System Backup and Restore and click on Create New Database. It opens a command prompt and you will see the inscription Change Database Context to GHS Budget. Press any key to continue. Please make sure that you see this. If you don't see this, it means that there is something wrong with your installation. So your database could not be created. When you get this information and you get the press any key to continue, press the any key to continue. From there, come to Common Services. Click on Download Budget Settings. When the Download Budget Settings window opens, click on Sync Settings. Then, after that, come to Security Management and click on Sync Logins. Finally, to have your previous year budget to set on your machine, come back to Common Services and click on Download Budgets. When the window opens, click on Retrieve to retrieve your budget for previous years. If you have budget for previous years, the total rows would indicate the number of rows that you are going to download onto your machine. The more the rows, the time it will take for it to download the machine. And the data status will also show data is ready if you have data to download. Since I have data to download, I'm having data is ready and the total row that I'm going to download. I'll go ahead and click on Process. and my budget has been downloaded onto my computer. When all this is done, log out from the online mode. And now with the same username and password, log into the offline mode and click on login. When you are able to get to this stage, then it means that your installation and setups were successful and you can start capturing your budgets. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you'll be able to follow the process and do your installation.